Austria quali thoughts. I didn't wake up to watch the sprint race this morning. I'm very sorry, but this is in fact my righteous protest against the sprint weekends themselves. I'm kidding. I just was hungover and didn't want to wake up. But I will say I don't like the sprint weekends because it's way too much shit to keep. I am more into watching F1, I would say, than the average person. And if even I am like, it's too many sessions to like have to sit down and watch and keep track of what fucking time it starts at and what fucking time zone they're in, what time zone I'm in, then I'm sure that like the regular ass people sitting at home feel that way as well. I did see the clip of Lando getting overtaken by Max and Oscar, a bright spot in an otherwise very dark day for myself. Shout out to Twitter for that one. Maybe I'll go back and rewatch the race, but it kind of seems like it was the same as literally every other sprint race of all time, where it's just like 2 laps of action or like one interesting thing happens and then the rest of it is just a processional. So I don't know if that's really necessary. Okay, now to the actual qualifying session. What is going on with Aston Martin, Martin Brundle, Aston? And this is something I think we should dig into a little bit more. I would also like to know what's going on with Aston Martin because it seems like their development was doing like really well through 2022 and like the off season of 2022, and then they were really good at the beginning of 2023, and then like throughout that season they just like couldn't develop and have gone downhill ever since. So we should look into what changed at the end of the 2022 season. Impossible to know, but within the team perhaps they should do it. You know what, shout out Max Verstappen for holding down pole position. He's doing it for me with just a wing and a prayer and no car, getting pole position and taking the race win. And thank you for your service, sir. But tragically, evil did prevail today. Lando beat Oscar, Carlos beat Charles, George beat Lewis, which I put down there just because, you know, I don't want to be accused of not mentioning George Russell. But yeah, it sucked. Charles, he fucked up on his last lap. There's no other way to put it. His radio being like, I think I broke everything, was very funny. And you know what? The vibes for this weekend are just bad. I don't know what to say. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. And like, it doesn't even really matter because Ferrari sucks anyway. So I don't know why I wrote this. He like totally did get into Q3, but we just accept. We don't even question the difference between the teammates anymore. And I think it's because whenever anyone does, Christian Horner's like, so you think Sergio Perez sucks? And it's like, well, no, that's actually not, because he was like 2/10 off of Max. So like now we're asking like what changed in that period. Like, is it the car? This is like a wider trend I've noticed. And like, no hate to Sergio Perez because he's literally not the one doing this. It's Christian Horner. I think he's perfectly normal in interviews. But I hate, and this happens not just in F1, across the board, when athletes get pissy when you try to like discuss their performance with them, because it's like, listen, I totally get it. You want to respect your privacy. Like, you don't want people we are literally talking about what happened on the track. That's kind of the whole point of what we're doing here. Like, should we all just pack it up and go home? Because then you're not going to be able to pay for your $15 million car. Anyway, no quali live today because I've been so bad about being consistent this year. I'm so mad at myself, but I literally have someone coming to stay with me at 8 p.m. and it's currently 11:15 and I have to deep clean my whole apartment. It literally looks like a bomb went off in here, but I will be live tomorrow. And hopefully it'll be a little bit more interesting than I just feel like this quali was kind of like, Is it just because the people I like didn't do well? Perhaps. I am incredibly biased.